In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at percentage change between two values. The percentage change shows the percentage that an amount has increased or decreased by. Now, to calculate a percentage change using a calculator, you first need to find the difference between the start and end amount that you're given. Once you've done this, you write the answer as a fraction of the original starting amount. Once you've got this fraction, you simply times it by 100 using your calculator to convert it to a percentage. In this first example, it asked me to calculate the percentage change from 3,000 to 3,840. I need to start by working out the difference between these two numbers. That's 3,840 take away 3,000. That gives me an answer of 840. Now, if the numbers are a little bit more difficult, we can use our calculator to work that bit out. The next step is to write this change, which is 840, as a fraction of the original amount we started off with 3,000. We then need to times that by 100 to convert it to a percentage and use our calculator to work it out. So I'll get my calculator, I use my fraction button, with 840 on the top, 3,000 on the bottom, and then times that by 100. We get an answer of 28. Now, thinking about our question, because we've gone from 3,000 to 3,840, I can say that this is a 28% increase. It's really important we specify that the amount has got bigger, not smaller. Again, if you have a calculator without the fraction functionality, you can get the same answer by simply doing 840 divided by 3,000 times by 100. In this second example, I'm asked to calculate the percentage change from 5,000 to 2,200. Again, the first step is to find the difference between these two values. So that's 5,000 take away 2,200. That gives me an answer of 2,800 for the difference. Again, if those numbers are a little bit more difficult, you can use your calculator to work that out. The next step is to take the change, which is 2,800, and write it as a fraction of the original amount. That's 5,000. We then want to times this by 100 to convert our answer to a percentage, and we can use our calculator to work this out. So we get our calculator, press our fraction button, and on the top we want 2,800, on the bottom we want 5,000, and then we want to times that by 100. That gives us an answer of 56%. Again, looking at our original question, we've gone from 5,000 to 2,200. So that means that this time it's a percentage decrease. That means we've decreased by 56%. It's really important that you specify whether your amount is getting bigger or smaller. Now we can of course work out a percentage change without a calculator. To do this, you start off exactly the same by finding the difference between the start and end amounts. You write this as a fraction of the original amount, and when you get to this point, you try and get that fraction as an equivalent fraction out of 100. And once you've done this, you take the numerator as your answer. Again, it's important you specify whether it's an increase or decrease. The example that we've got at the bottom here is the same example that we've just completed using our calculator. Let's see if we get the same answer. So I begin by finding the difference. That's 5,000, subtract 2,200, that gives me an answer of 2,800. The next step is to write this as a fraction of the original amount. So that's 2,800 over the original amount, which is 5,000. Now, our goal is to try and get this as an equivalent fraction out of 100. To do this, I'm going to start by cancelling the zeros from the top and the bottom. So there's 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, which gives me an equivalent fraction of 28 over 50. Now, to get that out of 100, I can simply double the top and the bottom. So 28 times by 2 gives me 56. That means that my percentage change is 56%. Again, because we've gone from 5,000 to 2,200, we know that it's a 56% decrease in my answer. Your task for today is to complete the percentage change worksheet, which is being displayed on the screen right now. Please make sure you download this from Show My Homework, as some of the questions are currently hidden, including a problem solving section at the end. You can use your calculator to answer all of these questions, but I strongly recommend doing a couple without and then using your calculator to check if you've got it right. It might be a good idea to do this for questions like I and J when the numbers are a little bit smaller. Once you've finished all the questions, you can get the solutions from Show My Homework and compare them with your answers. Once you're happy that you've understood everything, please take a photo of your work and upload it to Show My Homework so I can see how you've got on. If you are struggling to complete some of the work from today's lesson, then please do not hesitate to get in touch via comment on Show My Homework. I'll try to make myself as available as possible and get a reply to you as quickly as I can. If the issue requires a little bit more input from myself, I might ask to arrange a time to meet on Teams where I can give you some personalised help with that specific problem.